Well, this is a little bit different, isn't it? Oh, jeez. Am I imagining things or am I way louder than usual? Hang on. I think my voice is about the same. I'm getting a lot more feedback in my headphones than usual. Maybe it's just because I've been off for a week. I don't know. Alright, so for people watching the archive, because no one's here yet, I don't expect anyone to be, this is going to be a live session with DALL-E, D-A-L-L something E, represented by that avocado emoji. You know what? I could stand to, like, just real quick copy and paste that emoji if I can just, yeah, let me go ahead and add that to the title of today's stream. I don't know why they chose the avocado to represent DALL-E, but at least it's original. And why am I getting this on my... Oh. Because I'm capturing my screen. That's why. Well, if I use the avocado, maybe it will lessen confusion about whether I am using Mini or Mega. Or rather, DALL-E 1 or 2. Because I'm still on the waiting list for DALL-E 2. And dear God, man, oh man, that's gonna be like a dream come true if and when I get accepted to that. But in the meantime, I have an instance of DALL-E running on my local machine, running through, you know, the command prompt here. Don't worry about that out-of-memory error at the top. We will not be worried about that. You can see I have a test prompt over on the right. Spider-Man covered in spiders, man. Absolutely, completely unrelated to what I typed in. But hey, at least that face in the top left is pretty good. Natsuki in the back rooms, sure. That'll be something to get started with. Anyway, hello, Quillshot, welcome to the stream. So, by the way, this Yume Nikki thing that I'm playing, this is the online version. I'm playing it in a browser right now, and I am happy to see it because I couldn't get this thing to run through like RPG Maker 2000 anymore. Like, it's just too old. I can get fucking DALL-E working, but I can't get RPG Maker working anymore. Okay, so that's a Natsuki that we've seen before. I forgot that was her name. Am I doing well? Yeah, I'd say I've had a pretty productive week this past week. I did not succeed in moving out of my house, but that's a whole other can of worms. I'm doing just fine where I am. We're just gonna take things slow. Me and my friend Hollow, we're gonna take things slow and reconsider the move that was going to be dooved. Why don't we sort by reverse order so that the new prompts can show up in the top left? Thought the main character of Yume Nikki was named Natsuki. Actually, it's Madotsuki. Yeah, that's what it is. And by the way, Yume Nikki with the 2, that's also pronounced Yume Nikki because Ichi ni. Ni is 2. So, not bad. Not bad. At least it's trying to generate a face. But no backrooms. Which is surprising to me. Maybe because it's too new? And, like, the AI for DALL-E has not been trained yet on things that were, you know, things that went viral in the past month, for example. Well, anyway, yeah, this is the other Natsuki, the cooler Natsuki. I guess it's a more common name than I realized. What a coincidence, because I decided to name an original character that just last night. Literally, just last night. I was waffling for hours over whether to settle on Kazuki or Natsuki. And ultimately ended up with Natsuki because that's just the natural inclination for most people to pronounce that particular pair of kanji. Got your own copy of DALL-E? Pretty much, yeah. I have this running locally. I can put in anything I want, and it's all done on my sturdy GPU. I'm finally giving it a workout. Like, I haven't been playing any resource-intensive games on here, like, at all this year. I've just been playing retro games and Hypnospace Outlaw. So now finally I've got something that's, you know, running my cores at full capacity. I'm just gonna run another one for the sake of keeping it busy. And we'll just see what happens there. I actually have a bit of advice for anyone watching, if you're interested, on like how to get the most out of DALL-E Mini or Mega. This is technically the Mega build, by the way. I don't know the fine details, but I followed a guide from 4chan, frankly. It was not the smartest thing to do, but I ended up putting my trust in some random anonymous person, and it paid off. I now have this thing running, and it's not as good as DALL-E 2, but honestly, it's still pretty good, considering that like some of the stuff was just unthinkable in what this image generation AI was capable of in years past. So it does take a bit of getting used to. Certainly you can just throw in random nonsense and get interesting results, but if you're looking for specific results, you've got to get specific. Trying to think of examples. Actually, at some point or another, I would like to showcase an experiment that I did last night with emoji. I have found that this AI is at least somewhat responsive to emoji, and that's a good face right there. I like that monster. They look a bit like Happy Tree Friends character. They do! That's a bit of an odd choice, isn't it? But we can mix it up by telling it, like, a certain style to be portrayed in. So let me think of an example. We could have it render in the style of a cubist painting and see what happens. Tom Nook falls into a nuclear reactor. I'll try that next. But yeah, it only does one prompt at a time, and also, because I also have this live stream software running and, you know, using memory, it's also running a little bit slower. When I'm running this by itself, I can usually get it, all the image prompts done in about 15 seconds apiece, and now it's anywhere from like 18 to 30. But that's fine. Oh, wow. So yeah, you can get a lot of interesting results just by, you know, telling it to do things in the style of something. Also, I'm gonna go ahead and close that music so that I can get started in this game. Alright, I have set my name as achinlabs, same as what I am on Twitch. And I hope that it's not too loud. Let me know if it is. Actually, I think it might be. I think I overcompensated when raising the volume. So we're gonna drop that down to, like, -11. Oh, I like this one. So something that DALL-E has a bit of trouble with is generating multiple figures simultaneously. Especially if you're trying to describe, like, two separate characters. Sounds a little bit loud. I can lower just a notch further. Did you see that they remade Eve? I did! I am eager to play that. Thank you for reminding me about that. I have plans to livestream that this Halloween. Well, you know, October. This year's October spooky season. If I get the chance. Which I should. I see no reason why not. I'll just play random things from the jukebox while we wait. Not that one. You know what? I have to say this about Yume Nikki Online. The audio balancing is a bit all over the place, so... yeah, how about I just get that nice and low so that the sound effects don't, like, kill my ears. Alright, let's do those other prompts. So... just to spice things up, I'll also type in aerial shot, digital photography. It can also be helpful if you want to get something specific to type in specific terms regarding framing. So I actually found myself like looking up the exact names of different what do you call it? Cinematography, like different camera angles, basically. Like, what do cinematographers use to refer to this angle, that angle? I didn't have very much success with things like bird's eye view and worm's eye view, but you can get something going with like low angle and high angle, or aerial shot, and over the shoulder shot, rear view shot, close up, extreme close up. Zooming also seems to work. You know, you can tell it to zoom out, zoom in, or zoom out. I don't know about panning though. I'll have to try that. So, it seems as though it does not know what a Tom Nook is, which is disappointing. Now that I'm looking over here to the right. Yeah, absolutely no idea. Well, what if I narrow it down a little bit? Also, I have no idea where to go. There's so many crazy worlds in this game. I was very lucky to try Thomas McNookville. No, that's just gonna generate nonsense. That isn't that a saying in like programmer terms or AI terms? Garbage in, garbage out. What in the world? Are you? I thought that was a character-shaped door. I have no idea what these people are doing, but this is pretty cool that you can all just participate in the same world like this. But yeah, I tried this out last night, this game, and okay, it still doesn't know what a Tom Nook is. I've gotten it to generate Animal Crossing art before, but apparently Tom Nook just doesn't work. That is entirely too bad. Of course, it could also be a limitation of the medium. So, I could flip it around as soon as it's done with image 4. Oh yeah, that's another thing. I don't know if you can change this, but as far as I know, running DALL-E locally like this only generates 4 images at a time. It's probably different depending on how you go about installing it, and maybe there's a setting you can change, but I'm fine with it just being, you know, 4 at a time. So how about, if I specifically tell it that this thing is from Animal Crossing, like, I'm not gonna get Tom Nook, but maybe we can at least get, like, a nuclear reactor in a Animal Crossing village. So that was a lot of conversational meandering. What I've been meaning to say is that I luckily just stumbled into the bicycle effect when I tried this last night. I misspelled reactor. I did. And that's going to generate irrelevant images, as you can see. So yeah, make sure you spell it correctly, because once you send a prompt through, it's through. Wow, look at that one that just popped up. That's like a very specific formation from New Horizons, where people just build cliffs square by square. Like, in all the time I've played it, I've never seen anyone make a village quite like that, but that's pretty spot on to New Horizons. Alright, well, I will correct my spelling, and that'll be the point at which I change to a different prompt. Alright, yeah, let's spell it correctly this time. Boy howdy, I tell you, trying to get emojis through this in the Windows command line was a bit worrisome. It took a lot of experimentation for me to even realize that the emojis had any effect at all, but I'm pretty sure they do. Maybe not all of them, but there's definitely something going on there. Hello. Oh. I've been captured. Well, that didn't take long. If anyone else wants to play this with me, by the way, I can probably get you back to the place where I found the bicycle. It's in the mushroom world. I think. If not, then it's pretty darn close to it. As much as I love these games, like, there really needs to be a run button, and maybe also diagonal movement. That would be nice. And the bike should be a much bigger burst of speed. If you ask me. Okay, we have one thing that kinda sorta looks like a nuclear reactor, although it could just as easily be a rice cooker. Alright, what was that other suggestion? Can it generate a labyrinth? Let's see. Let's try aerial shot of a green stone labyrinth in the style of Salvador Dali. I'd been meaning to try a Salvador Dali prompt at some point or another. It makes a lot of sense, because that's half the namesake of Dali. I think it is. Whoa, that's an elevator. I think it was very explicitly a portmanteau of Wall-E and Dali, Salvador Dali. Huh? Wait, I've already been here. Huh? Well, thanks for showing me what I already know. I guess I'm out of here. So, it's generating things that are somewhat maze-like, but there's no particular rhyme or reason to it. I'm pretty sure these mazes cannot be solved. Maybe. Maybe. Let me take a look at this one. Wait a minute. I'm playing a game where you navigate labyrinths. I don't need to be wasting my time on these. You guys figure it out. Well, I gotta say, this one looks decently, coherent. This last one. So you can, like, loop around this way, then go around there, and then loop around here. I guess some of them come out coherent. That's pretty neat. Oh, hey, it's a moss man. He doesn't want to talk. That's where I came in. Yeah, if any of you guys have any suggestions, go wild with them. No holds barred, because I have 100 yen, and I just bought a soda. What? I have no idea when I got that money. What I meant to say... what I meant to say was, I'm gonna be distracted while playing this game and waiting for the prompts to load, and also interacting with chat, so... I don't think I can be depended on to make anything interesting in the way of prompts. Like, maybe I'll see something in the game that inspires me to run it through DALL-E, but don't count on it. Does DALL-E understand other languages? That's a good question. Give me a sentence in Spanish and I'll try it out. Or rather, like, a prompt in Spanish. Now, I'm tempted to... That's interesting. That's like an invisible person. Oh, right. You know what? I just had an idea. Yeah, let's see how it works with invisible people. Now, this is actually very specifically based off of an old Yahoo avatar that I had, where, like, I did the little character creator thing and got, like, a guy with a blue suit and a goatee and sunglasses and a cowboy hat, and, alright, that one clearly didn't quite work. And one day the page didn't load correctly, and the avatar was just completely faceless. Yeah, like that. Kind of like this. It loaded up completely faceless. I think it actually generated the hair behind the head, but it didn't generate the head itself. So it was just like neck, hair, sunglasses, hat. And I said, you know what? That actually looks cooler. So I'm gonna keep that. I'm in the middle of a world of soap. I don't care that the thing on the side says Astral World. This is like stars and stuff made out of soap. I feel very clean in here. Alright, let me see if I can reproduce this. I can just, like, copy and paste things into here. That's how I got the emojis in. But, alright, let's see... I have no idea what this is that you've typed out. I'm thinking that one of those words means pink, and that's it. That's all I know. I hope to God that it doesn't just generate a man in a sombrero. Pink shark with a spoon. Well, hey, I got the pink shark part right. Alright, I guess it can recognize other languages to an extent. Hey, if you want to run some crap through Google Translate and send it my way, I will be happy to copy and paste it and see what happens. That's a very goofy looking shark that just popped up. Yeah, go nuts. You guys have the liberty of being way more creative than me right now, and that I've made a loop again. How can I escape the soap zone? Oh, that's like a cave made out of soap. And I just walked right back into it. God damn it. RPG Maker games should have learned from this by now. Never have two exits pointing up and down, like, opposite each other. Like, if I go up, and then the next entrance is also up, then that's gonna just... What the hell? That's capturing on the display, right? Yeah, something's, like, really bugging out with this, scenery here. It appears that I can only go left and right. Oh god, I really don't like this, flickering that's happening. I passed an object. I did that deliberately. I wanted to see if there was anything else cool in this room. So we got the shark, but not the spoon. So let me try it in English and see what happens. And I'll just go ahead and add some more details there, in the hopes that it makes it a little more pretty to look at. Where'd that thingy go? I keep fiddling with this thingy on my chair, and it keeps falling off. You know what I should do? I actually have, like, a fidget, like, object that I should take out and actually use again. Here it is. It's a cube made up of 8 smaller cubes. And you can just, like, fold it long ways and then fold it short ways and have it fold back in on itself, and it just keeps on folding forever. And it's pretty cool. The shark is no longer pink. Oh, there we go. There's a pink shark. So it... Ooh, you got something. I wonder what this could be. I wonder if I could recognize any of the hiragana. There we go. I can say words. At no point in any of these prompts did we see a single spoon, which is disappointing. I'm pretty sure DALL-E 2 can do better in that regard. Alright, so here we have a bunch of question marks. This might not work, but then again, the emojis also showed up as question marks. So let's see what happens. Now, if it doesn't work, it will crash and it'll just, you know, go back to the command line after exiting the like, Python generator thingy. And we can just start it up again. However, what the fuck? Red convenience store and green cat? That is clearly, like, Mao Zedong. What the hell is he doing here? You gave me Japanese, right? Why is it giving me... This may be a part of its weaknesses, is that it wasn't properly trained on Eastern characters. And by that I mean, you know, letters. So it gets anything even remotely Asian that it has not been trained on, and it just automatically defaults to Communist China, I suppose. I know, that's not even the right country! I gotta say, that's pretty wild. You wanna try some other languages and see what happens? As you can see, even though it just generated as question marks in the Windows command line, it did retain the title in the file name. So it does output directly to a file name, and because of that, I have to warn you guys, do not input any character that is not accepted in a Windows file name. So, for example, no question marks, no slashes, no colons, no quotation marks even. So if you're, like, quoting a body of work, you're just gonna have to do it in capitals. Unless there's a better way that I'm unaware of. And yeah, the colons... I guess it's fine to just omit them from the titles of certain works. Honestly, I'm not even going to run that a second time because I'm quite certain that it's going to generate more Communist China images. Now, the research team is well aware of this, and they warn people about it in their EULA. You know, their terms of use. So, for example, you know... Pont de Londres en feu. I'm pretty sure Western languages will work okay-ish. Unless it's a really obscure one, like, oh, I don't know, Gaelic? But if it uses a completely different letter set, like Indian or maybe Russian, then it's probably just going to generate things related to India and Russia broadly. Anyway, what I was about to say is, like, the classic example that they give for the inherent biases in this AI, and I wouldn't say it's necessarily the fault of the AI itself, it's more just, you know, that's what's prolific on the internet. So, you know, if you do a stock image search on Google for, you know, an office assistant, what do they call it again? Resource management, okay, how about this? Flight attendant. Yeah, you type in something like flight attendant, and like 8 times out of 10 it'll generate pictures of women. But again, it's just replicating what it's been trained on. If there aren't that many images of male pilots to go around, then that's going to influence the data that the AI is trained on, and there's nothing that you can really do about that. And it's the London Bridge, but it ain't on fire. Oh, so this is the London Bridge on... Oh, so that's what info meant. This looks more like a flare, like an electrical flare, than a fire. Interesting, interesting. Well, to demonstrate what I was just talking about, I will go ahead and try to make it generate a, let's see... Flight attendant in a red uniform. I may as well specify on a plane, because otherwise it may just generate in front of a white background. Also, I am seriously regretting having not interacted with that object before, because I seem to be in a very endless hallway with no way out. Maybe if I go backwards, I will run across something. So that's a very vague image that just generated. It's kind of hard to tell if that's even human, but it has a vaguely feminine shape, so if that happens 4 times in a row, then that kind of proves my point. Oh god, how far did I go? I'm gonna consult the map here. That's not... oh dear. I may have to abort this area because yeah, it's too late. I need to get out of here. No one to fold them. Ah, this is weird. These are honestly a lot more androgynous than I expected. That third one that generated, I can't really nail down as male or female. It just... like, there's no hair. The face isn't really distinguishable enough. It's weird. Okay, I'm gonna try this. Copy and paste it in... I forgot that you could do that with the piggy bank. Ah! Alright, so in the event that Ramaji is actually a different character set than, you know, standard English, I just went ahead and copy-pasted the whole thing. So we'll see what happens. Let's go to Candle World. Oh, sorry, Pudding World. Hello, what'd you miss? Well, let's take a look, shall we? We got a Spider-Man. We got a Doki Doki Literature Club Natsuki, who I did not realize was also named Natsuki. Some monsters, some nuclear reactors, a complete failure to identify Tom Nook. He never showed up. Labyrinth, Invisible Cowboy, Pink Sharks, a complete failure to interpret any character set from the Eastern Hemisphere. Whatever it was that's that Hollow put in, it came out as communist Chinese, like, propaganda photos. So that's weird. Then we tried something in French, and then a flight attendant, and then Hokkaido. So you specifically wanted a thunderstorm. Yeah, I think you would have to... like, it'll recognize the name of a place if it's in a foreign language. But if you're typing everything in English, then there is a bit of risk of, like, misinterpretation. Hang on. How about... Alright, let's see what this generates. I don't know... I do know. It's because of Azumanga Daioh that I associate Hokkaido with, like, food. It's because of YouTube poop that I associate it with, a stupid bear. Oh, hey, it's one of those things. What do they call them? The Terrors? Okay, that's not even a bear, is it? That looks more like a beaver. Huh? Oh, thank you, pudding people. I guess I'll go this way. I don't know. Oh, hang on a minute. Oh, so you guys were just straight up lying. There's nothing to be had by going left. Ugh. Pudding. It's because of Joel that you associate Hokkaido with Sweden? Really? Did he, like, talk about that a lot during his, trip to Japan live streams. I feel like I'm pretty... I know a lot about Joel, but I don't know what his association with Hokkaido is. So, That last one that generated is probably about the best that we've gotten. So we got the thunderstorm, we got a skyline that may vaguely be Hokkaido, and a bear and a blob vaguely made out of wood. So, I don't know. That one didn't seem to work out too well. He said that Hokkaido has a mini Sweden place. Ah, that's cool. I wonder if you can do funny things with geography. How about... I don't know if this is gonna work, but let's try a map of Europe with a very tiny Sweden. Let's see if Sweden just completely disappears from the map because of this. I have heard that DALL-E has difficulty with omissions. What is this game about in relation to its predecessor? This is a fan sequel. This is not an official sequel. It has absolutely nothing to do with the original creator. But I would say that it's probably the most robust, like, fan game, Yume fan game. Especially at this point, since they've got it working online. And they're just constantly adding new stuff to it. Whoa. Well, I eventually found myself somewhere. Did it work? You know what? I shouldn't have even tried this because, like, I don't know geography well enough to know whether or not Sweden disappeared. Like, for all I know, that could just be a natural Scandinavian sea right there. What do you guys think? Did it work or did it not? Oh, hey, there's an F. Something funny's going on with that last one. Like, that sea just kind of spilled out into a big gulf. And I guess now, Sweden doesn't have to worry so much about Russia anymore. On the opposite, it's bigger. Oh! 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 Let's see. Yeah, let's try it the other way around. Let's try making a giant Hawaii. What have you found interesting of the game so far? Well, I have played it before. I know there's clowns. And that's about it. If you're looking for things of interest in a Yume-ish game, then you're probably better off just looking up videos about it. Because otherwise it's more of just like an ambient experience. That's why I chose it for today. Is because I don't really have to worry about, like, trying to do anything in particular. I can just wander. It didn't seem to work so much with Hawaii. God, I haven't even found any other effects to use in this game yet. Oh, that's kind of cool. Yeah, there have been some very interesting visuals. In particular, this place called Poseidon... what was it? Poseidon Plaza that I found the other day. It's huge and really annoying to explore if you don't have the bicycle. But the giant statue of Poseidon in the middle of the fountain, I thought was really cool. I don't know what's up with this guy. Ah, come on, make a funny noise at least. Yeah, honestly, I kind of only have vague recollections about this game from the last time I played it. I think there's a really spooky forest where you can get a either a wolf or a Red Riding Hood effect. Actually, maybe you can get both. And I remember there being like a well, and bad things happen if you do something at that well. God, it really has been too long. I can't remember any specifics. And it's really more just about, you know, exploring, and whatever you find is what you find. Maybe record it and post it to YouTube if you want, because this game just keeps getting bigger with all the people that are adding to it all the time. I gotta be honest, I kind of want to see these guys in higher fidelity. So let's try, nude man with giant eyeball for a head. Walking around, abstract neon city. And hey, one benefit of running this locally is that I don't have to worry about getting put on a watch list or anything for typing in naughty words. Like, for real, the amount of, things that are considered verboten for DALL-E users is quite extensive. There's the obvious culprits, but then there's also things like, you can't share images of a burning building, for instance. Like, smoke emitting from a building, because that could be used as, like, misleading, what do they call it? Fake news, basically. Okay, it completely failed at the nude part on the second image. He's clearly wearing a, business casual shirt and a black tie, which I did not specify. Huh, it's weird. Because I've actually gotten successful generations with the nude prompt before. Now, of course, it doesn't generate anything explicit. This is basically the amount of nudity that you would get out of a, Barbie doll, basically. Oh my god! Look at that last one! That's a dude with an eyeball for a, like, scalp. That's pretty whack. I like it. Let's see... Is that German you just gave to me? Spielen sounds like a German word. And yet... And El Lago is clearly Spanish, so let's see what happens. Playing the guitar. Rattlesnake playing a guitar. No guitar. Maybe if I hadn't capitalized guitar, but who knows. Man, this is a right proper labyrinth right here, isn't it? Did I already go in here? Yeah, I did. No guitar, no lake. Alright, that's in a lago. In a lake. So, yeah, I'm pretty sure it is primarily trained on English data. So while you can get occasional results from other languages, best to depend on English for all intents and purposes. Oh yeah, there is a lake in that third one. Hey, how about that? You know what? I'm gonna run it a second time just with guitar not capitalized, and we'll see if there's any difference. Hello, Doctor. You guys can probably barely hear that, but there's a little rip noise whenever I talk to him. God, at this volume, I think that my keyboard's louder. Cannot go behind the shop. Oh yeah, isn't there supposed to be like an eyeball shop somewhere? I remember it having kind of chilled music. Oh yeah, that's the other reason why I like playing these games. It's because I can kind of like chill out to the unique soundscapes. What is going on here? Oh, it's an elevator. And that's why I had to turn the volume down, is because the audio mixing is all over the place. So why was I kicked off my bike? That's weird. Ooh, what's that guy? Hello. I love the areas with backgrounds like this. Let's see. Type in Resident Evil yawn and see if it gives you the giant snake or Wesker yawning. Alright. Is there anything else we can do to kind of spice this up a little bit? How about... I've never tried pushed color as a prompt before, but it would be cool if it worked. Because I like that style of coloration. I've tried, like, various kinds of filters and had limited success. Like, I'm not even sure if you can get something out of typing in CRT filter. Which is a shame, because that's, like, a really easy thing to, It's a really easy thing to superimpose over something in Photoshop or whatever. Oh, hello. Where are we going now? Oh, that's the other eyeball world. I'm not ready for the other eyeball world. I want to check out some art! We have things that vaguely resemble PS1 Resident Evil. But no sign of anything even remotely snake-like. Now, it probably would have generated something if I typed in Resident Evil Giant Snake. Like, for it to recognize a name, it has to be a pretty darn recognizable name. I've tried things like characters from Cave Story and gotten nothing. I mean, for God's sake, we tried searching for Tom Nook earlier, and it couldn't find anything. Although, maybe context is important. Let me try something. Let's try searching for a Nendoroid of Tom Nook. On top of a velvet cushion, why not? Well, that looks kind of nice. Wait, what? What happened there? There's a flutter and then she's like... sideways? If anyone knows what in the world that means, feel free to give me an idea. This area feels pretty darn Eve-like. Huh? That's kind of neat. Alright, so now we've got Tom Nook, now that we've shifted the focus from nuclear reactors to Nendoroids. So I guess if it just can't comprehend a character in a certain medium, then it'll, like, just give up and do what it can with either or. Yeah, let's see here. So you wanted to see Chris Redfield punching a boulder. Which game was he from again? I think it'll help to specifically say screenshot of insert game name here. I have gotten results out of that before. Sort of, kind of. Okay, if I'm being honest, like, unless it's a top 10 video game that everyone knows and loves, you're probably not going to get consistent results, but I have had success with telling it to generate an image of, you know, for example, a platformer game or a 16-bit RPG. Now, given that this actually happened in the game, as you describe, it may get something pretty close to an actual screenshot from the game. I don't know, we'll see. Whoa! It's like I'm playing with the eraser tool in Mario Paint. In fact, this area feels downright like Hylix. Why is that word hard for me to say? Except that these aren't clay models, they're just like paint daubs. He's about to punch a boulder. I'm gonna get that son of a bitch boulder. That's pretty good. On that one, he's just holding a gun, I think. Oh, hey. I got a party member! Yo! I didn't know you could do that in this game. Her pathfinding is atrocious, but maybe something cool will happen. If only she was a little bit faster. Oh my god, he's about to punch us in that last one. Nice. I like that one. Is there any cutscene where there's like a close-up of him punching something? That would be pretty wild. If there was not. It would be wild if there was not. And nevertheless, we got something that looks as vivid as that. Alright, come on. Down here. Down here, spooky lady. Yeah, that one turned out pretty good. You want to try another one? Whoa. Oh, right, the floor is made of soap. How's this gonna work? Barely. I'm gonna have to wait for that lady to catch up. Oh, you know what I could do? I could use her to, like, stop myself early and then get off. Yeah. Oh, almost got it. Hang on, I can figure this out. This is an interesting puzzle. I'm not even sure if it's intentional. No. Shoot. Alright, how about this then? How about I get you You locked me in, lady. Not quite. Alright, now. Shoot! Wow, this is more difficult than I realized. Alright, clearly this is going to take a bit of muscling out to figure out how to make it work. Resident Evil 4, No Way Bro, or Resident Evil 4, You Gotta Smoke. I don't think that quotes will work. Because this AI interprets things like it does use natural language interpretation as compared to other AIs before it, but I mean, we could try it anyway and see what happens, but I doubt it's gonna. And I can't punctuate it either. I can't punctuate it with a question mark. Oh, also, DALL-E is not very good with text. Like, not even DALL-E 2 can really handle it. Alright, hang on, I think I got this. Oh, I went too soon. I almost had it. So yeah, if you try generating something like a roadway sign for McDonald's or In-N-Out Burger or what have you, then it can and will generate quite a fair bit of nonsense. It'll have like a few key letters and that's about it. And the rest will just be a random mishmash of letters. 3, 2, 1, shoot! Alright, let's try doing it on 2. I know I can make this work. Come on. Not that way. How did I get her to do it before? Come on, go right. There you go. Alright, so again, those are just, like, screenshots of Resident Evil. Wait, what? Kinda looks like the scene where that quote happens? Really? Well, how about that? Color me surprised. If you want to try that again, 1, 2... There we go. Oh my god, that was tricky. But I appreciate a good puzzle. Oh, I guess I could have also exited out the left. I guess I don't need the lady anymore? Oh. Huh. Alright, that's weird. Where could this lead? More of this fun stuff. Hey, anything to make the process a little bit faster, I guess. Whoa, what? Huh? Wait, what? I'm so confused. Am I playing a game? Based on that sound, I almost thought I got trapped by something again. Hmm. Am I supposed to do something with this? We're all playing their game. Yeah, I'm completely lost, and if I don't figure something out, then I'm stuck in here. Oh god. Hello, you're trapped here too? Let me see what this user decides to do. Hey, there's an idea. Let's try generating a... okay, here is something that I learned about DALL-E. When you're describing, like, anthropomorphic, or rather, like, humanoid alien species or whatever, it's generally more practical to describe their features rather than simply saying Catboy or Wolf Girl or whatever. So, I tried so many times to get an elf girl, and I only got it like 1 out of every 10 or 15 generations that it would actually generate like the ears. For the most part, it ignores it. So, I had way more success when I specifically told it to draw elf ears. And even more consistently when I said elf ears sticking out. As in, like, sticking out of hair. That has gotten me the most consistent results. So if we want something like a wolf girl on a motorcycle, we're gonna have to be specific about it. So let's try... blonde girl wearing a purple sweater and a helmet. Wait, no helmet. Let's try wolf ears sticking out. Wolf tail. And then... I could just type in anime style, but I seem to have gotten slightly better results by specifically saying HD 2D anime. You can also get really high quality anime visuals if you specifically tell it to generate, as the that Princess Peach guy taught us, telling it to generate an anime key visual of insert description here. Apparently that specifically refers to, like, promotional stuff that you see circulated. It's not from an actual anime, it's just generated to promote the anime. And it is generally of much higher quality. Took a minute there. Well, let's see here. It does not seem to be generating the ears or the tail. That is disappointing. Have I been to this library before? I don't think I have. Is it screaming? Oh. Well, I didn't see this coming. Alright, let's try something a little bit different. So what I'm going to tell it to do is generate a close-up. And hopefully that'll give us, like, a view of the head. I've also heard that you can add the phrase detailed to an attribute, and it'll come out a bit more, like, it'll, like, instruct the AI to focus a bit more on that. Oh, hello there. Oh my god. The geisha's head came off. And the world was plunged into darkness. That's it? Maybe that was a retelling of what was written in the book. Alright, this seems to be a very basic loop. Why can I do this? This book looks a little bit different. Let's check this out. It appears to be having a bit of trouble with the wolf girl aspects. Well, that is entirely too bad. Also a disappointment. Whatever the hell that was, just 4 circles colored, and there's like a piano. Well, dang, that is... Alright. Let's try Wolf Girl compound word and see what happens. The problem with this is that I don't know whether this is going to give me, you know, what scale are we talking about on the sliding scale of anthropomorphism here? Not even a snout. Oh boy. that is a major disappointment. So I can get elves working, but I can't get, like, cat girls or wolf girls working. Actually, I'm pretty sure I've gotten cat ears before. So if I try it with, like, cat instead of wolf, it'll probably work. I guess wolf girls just haven't caught on as much. Gave her a giant ear on the last one. Yeah, that's more like a dog ear. And look at that. Look at that black spot in the top left of that latest picture. Maybe it's trying to generate a wolf nose, but it's completely in the wrong location. So, yeah, I would say that was a complete flop. So let's just try with the cat ears. The VC ears. And that'll be my most earnest attempt. Alright, well, this library kind of turned out to be a whole lot of nothing. So, let's get the hell out of here. I am not checking every book. Kind of. Still not exactly all that satisfying. That being said, it wouldn't surprise me if DALL-E 2 has this completely covered. You know what else I could try? Do you happen to know the name of the main character from, what's the name of that Wolf Girl with You, I think it was called? That 3D game? I of course, never played it. Don't really know much about it. Did I just get sucked into a drawer? Oh god, this is hurting my eyes. What is all this? That's just an exclamation point. Try Yakuza in Persona 5 style? I'll give you one better. Let's try Kazuma Kiryu in Persona 5. Now that, I think, will actually produce something. Oh god, this bamboo world makes no goddamn sense to me. Oh right, it's done. Alright, so... Spice and Wolf. Nope, that's not gonna work. I can already tell you that is not gonna work. If I type that in as, like, the name of the game, like, that's too broad. It's not gonna understand how to interpret that. And I can't put in quotation marks, either. So, let's try, yeah, let's try that. Persona 5. This place is... Oh, hey, that's a question mark. This place is honestly not very big. So I'm thinking I've already seen all there is to see. Let's just get out of here. Unless I'm supposed to catch one of these weirdos. Let's just get out of here. I can't stand the sight of this place. Well, that's Kazuma Kiryu, alright, but it's interpreting it as, like, a screenshot from Yakuza, so... Unless we get those distinct, like, red, white, and black Persona colors, I'm not convinced that it worked. Which is weird, because I've seen tons of things being shared on social media of, like, such and such in Persona 5, and it actually turned out decently well. So this thing obviously knows who Kazuma Kiryu is. But it's not getting the Persona angle right. Let's try... Whoops. Didn't mean to do that. Shoot. I pressed up by accident, now I gotta type the whole thing over again. Alright. So let's see if we can specifically get, like, splash artwork from the Persona 5 victory, like, battle victory things. I feel like that's the most iconic visual from that game. Huh? Did this change the music? That kinda looks like it's getting there, the one that just generated. Like, it's trying to make that ink splash effect in the background, but it's not quite there yet. Wait a minute, that kind of looks more like Majima Goro with, like, a black jacket. I don't know how spot on this is. People who have played both Yakuza and Persona 5, feel free to interpret on my behalf. Yeah, that's Majima. Well, let's try it with Majima instead, then. Oh my god, I'm tiny! Can I exit while tiny? Oh, that's not an exit. The Persona 5 hat? Second picture looks like it's right before the all-out attack finisher. Yeah, I see. Yeah, let's try it with Majima Goro instead. How is his name said again? Is it Goro Majima or Majima Goro? I'm gonna try it like that, and we'll see what happens. Also, as tiny as I am, can I... Okay. If I do that, then I immediately turn back. Oh, there's supposed to be a U added to the end of it? Well, maybe it'll recognize it anyway. Whoa! Okay, ignoring the face, that one's kind of cool. You know, this actually kind of reminds me of something funny that happened on a Vinesauce stream once. And it's getting the backgrounds this time pretty good, if you ask me. I'm willing to bet that this program has absolutely no idea what the game The Sniper 2 is. So it's probably just gonna show him holding, like, a sniper rifle or something. Yeah, these are working way better. Maybe it's just because, like, Majima is so much more, flamboyant and flexible in his posing. I don't know. Yeah, I think those turn out a lot better. So, let me see here. Let me take a look real quick and see what console, Sniper 2 was on. I'm thinking it was a Dreamcast game? PS2. The Sniper 2 has a 5 out of 5 rating on GameFlare.com. Alright. If you don't know anything about that game, you should at least understand that it does not deserve a 5 out of 5 rating. It deserves like a 1 out of 5. Alright, I don't know if this is gonna work, but we can at least try. Also, this tiny effect does not seem to be helping me. Corone actually played both the Sniper games. Oh my god, I bet that was a trip. Was it all in English, too? Yeah, honestly, I can't even recommend, like, watching it, playing it yourself. Watching it, yes. Playing it, no. That game is, like, ridiculously unforgiving and boring. Like, it literally is just sniping from one scenario to the next. That's all you do is shoot one bullet, and that's it. Well, sometimes more than one bullet, but you get the idea. Whoa, what's this? It's a world made of nails. Alright, so as I predicted, it does not know what the Sniper 2 is, but it is generating PS2 models. So that's kind of cool. Oh, jeez. That is a nightmare face if I've ever seen one. Suggestion box. Kadabra from Pokemon wearing a mage's outfit. You know what? Sure. I'm gonna take this, this zooming thing right here. And see what happens. Let's see. Actually, I don't need to include the 2D. We'll just have it try to be a pencil sketch. So yeah, let's see if we can give Kadabra clothes. I'm pretty sure it will recognize Pokemon at the very least. Whoa, that's like a Birdman of some kind. Did it at least have funny scenes like that video clip someone posted of a YouTuber falling on purpose to shoot a beer bottle getting thrown in the air? Oh yeah, that one! So you missed that one! Try another! I don't remember what game that was. It was some shooting, like, point-and-shoot game on the Wii. I was generating something, but I can't quite recognize all of them as Kadabra. Yes, the cutscenes and the voice acting in particular are very funny. Definitely, like, grade A, so bad it's good material. Which is why I would nonetheless recommend watching, like, a live stream archive of it, or something. Or, like a highlights video. Alright, so I can escape the Nail World, or I can go to Teddy Bear Land. Or, you know, the desert with the hourglasses. Huh. Alright, so that didn't quite work out like I expected, but it did generate, like, good, decent-looking pencil sketches, so let's try a different medium. Let's try, it's probably not going to recognize any specific Pokemon games, so let's just say screenshot from a 3D Pokemon game. That way we can at least distinguish it from, oh, you know what? Let me pull this up real quick. I was gonna save the showcase for later, but let me show you guys something that I got out of DALL-E very recently. Alright, that Kadabra is still naked, so color me unimpressed. Alright, so I did a couple of generations involving, you know, Hatsune Miku this, Hatsune Miku that. At one point, I tried to get her in, like, the intro to the DK rap from Donkey Kong 64. And it does not know what Donkey Kong 64 is. This one I thought maybe, because the Miku twin tails kind of looked like, you know, palm tree leaves, but no, that's just an extra pair of twin tails. For some reason. Hang on a second. Alright, so I kept going with it a little bit, and when I type in N64, it seems to understand, like, Banjo-Kazooie and Ocarina of Time, and probably Super Mario 64 if I were to try that, and clearly this Kadabra thing is just not working out. So, wait, I have an idea. What if I tried digital fan art? If I look up, because I tell you what, you search a prompt with the words Pixiv art, and you'll get relevant results. So, you know what I should have done? I should have typed in deviant art and see what happens. Alright, so here we have, like, Hatsune Miku in, like, Spiral Mountain. This one looks a bit more Jet Force Gemini-ish. It is trying to generate, like, a low-poly Hatsune Miku model, but it's still not quite there yet. This one you can kind of see the action and sword buttons from Ocarina of Time. I thought that was kind of interesting. That is incorrect. Hang on a minute. Where's the other one that I had? That is actually not what I was going to jump to, because we're talking about Pokemon. Where is it? Where is it? Ah, here we go. Last chance for Kadabra. He's got a cape in that last one, and that's about it. Okay, one last try. It feels weird to say DeviantArt art, but let's just see what happens. I swear to God, if we get Inflation Fetish out of this... Well, that's how you know it's working. Third one looks like X-Cloud with Kadabra's color scheme. It does? Hang on a minute. So, like, third one from the last generation, so... Or did you mean, like, this third one? The third one from the 3D search. Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, I can kind of see it there. This one looks like a cross between Kadabra and, like, Grovyle. And this one looks like a cross between Kadabra and, like, Pidgey and also Spearow. He's definitely got a bird face going on there. Holy shit, we actually got one. We actually got one! Look at that! He's wearing a robe! He's doing, like, a magic pose! And there's a signature from an artist that does not exist! Okay, I think that's one of my favorite generations of the night. That's pretty cool. So jumping back to Hatsune Miku, I'm not crazy about her. This just seemed like a good idea for like an easy recognizable image to run through the generator. So oops. Well, somehow I just accidentally minimized everything. Hold on a minute. Okay, I don't know what I did, but let's try not to do it again. I was specifically trying to generate screenshots of her in Pokemon Colosseum for the GameCube. And I wanted her to be, like, in the middle of an action pose throwing a Pokeball. And while it didn't really get the throwing or the ball part right, like, this definitely looks like stuff from Pokemon Colosseum. That's, like, almost like the canyon from the intro of the game. There's a Pokeball adjacent to her. And this kind of looks like the battle interface from that game. That's definitely a Colosseum of some description. This one made me laugh because it looks like the camera is clipping through her geometry in a non-Euclidean way. It's like her twin tails are rendering, but somehow the camera is cutting off some polygons from the side of her bangs. So they just completely disappear and you see the sky behind them. This one turned out pretty good. I don't think that's quite Pokemon Colosseum, but it does look very believably from a GameCube game. That one could be from anything, really. That could be Metroid Prime, for all I know. Ooh, that's a good idea. Oh, well that is neither Miku nor Colosseum. This was the only remotely acceptable result I got from... I don't remember the entire prompt, but it was something like... hologram of Cranky Kong shaking his cane in the White House Situation Room. Almost all of them look nothing like what I typed in, but this one, you can kinda make him out. That is clearly the posture of an ape. Like an old ape. And that's a cane he's holding. And he's standing on a desk. Like, I really wanted him to be, like, screaming in the faces of, like, the Secretary of Defense. But of course, that veers into, like, not acceptable use for DALL-E, so I didn't insert any specific names. But anyway. Let me see here. I feel like I had something else funny to go along with all this, but it's escaping my memory. How about I sort my, like, gallery by, like, most recent, and maybe that'll jog my memory. Oh, by the way, after getting this Python thing running on my computer, I ended up having to change my, like, image previewer because Windows Photos kept fucking crashing on me. I don't know what it was. For some reason, it would just completely freeze up and become unresponsive time after time after time. So I just looked for a cheap, quick alternative. Ended up with, what's this thing called? Earphone View. I don't like the icon. It looks like a roadkill cat. But otherwise, it works pretty much as intended. Doom Guy and Animal Crossing. Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna do. I was gonna do, like, Hatsune Miku in Metroid Prime. But I'll get to that second. I'll add in some extra verbs to spice things up a little bit. Now, for all I know, this could either generate, like, the Doom Guy himself, or, like, the first person... it would be amazing if it generated the first person, like, hand-holding shotgun. With, like, the HUD at the bottom. In fact, I should try that. I should try, like, insert game here with the... Well, actually, yeah. I could try, like, certain game with, another game's HUD displayed over it, but that... You can download those overlays and just put them on yourself in Photoshop. It's not that hard. What are you supposed to be? Oh, it's Anubis. Hi, Anubis. That vaguely... You know what I should have done? I should have done, like, Doom Guy having tea with Isabelle from Animal Crossing. That first image that generated honestly looks more like a Deku Scrub than the Doom Guy, and that one that just now generated looks like it came from an NES game. I don't know what that's doing there. You never know what you're gonna get. If you're aiming for something really specific with DALL-E, then it's kind of like an adventure in exploring your own dreams. But if you're just throwing random nonsense at it, it's more like a confetti machine. Like, you don't know what colorful patterns are going to show up next. And it can be very, very fun. Oh yeah, let me try another alternative. In fact, let me try... Well, no, it recognizes Doom Guy, so we'll leave him alone. You know what, let's try getting a bit more specific. Animal Crossing New Horizons specifically. Wait, is Isabelle in that game even? Yeah, she totally is. Okay, I'll know what world I'm thinking. Hey, I've ended up somewhere. That looks cool. I love these perspective shots. Hey, an actual, like, humanoid character. And a phone. I got the phone! Finally, I've always wanted to be phone. How do I phone? Oh! Bye! Oh, we're back in the art gallery. Great, you can call the police now. That was pretty funny. Ooh, more art. Can I go into the painting, like, Looney Tunes style? Maybe not. Ah, well, it was worth a try. Alright, so what do we get? No Doom Guys. Okay, let's try broadening the scope a little bit. Yeah, you know what? I'll try digital fan art again. That second one was real nightmare fuel. Yeah, it's like there's a unfinished clone of Isabel to the side of Isabel, but the clone stole her face. Also, welcome to the world with the earthbound trees. What the fuck is that? It's like a red-eyed mantis man. Ugh, I don't like it. Huh. Well, I finally made it to Teddy Bear Land. Yay? Still no Doom, guys. It's making Isabel have tea with Isabel. And that... Okay. That's more like Keanu Reeves having tea with Isabel. Who the hell is that? Maybe I will shorten Doom Guy to one word, and we'll try it again and see what happens. That's a good derpy face that just generated right there. Alright, let's try making Doom Guy one word. I think it is possible to generate more than one character simultaneously if they're both, like, pre-existing entities that don't need to be elaborated on. So, like, if you generate, you know, one girl wearing blue and one boy wearing red, you're gonna end up with, like, two girls wearing red, or the girl wearing red and the boy wearing blue. Oh, now that is an awful face right there. Truly awful. It's like an anime smug face, but the face was made out of putty, and they, like, stretched it long ways. The hell are you at? Why are so many of these Isabels turning out smug as hell? The place you're in looks really creepy. It's just teddy bears. It's, teddy bears with their favorite snack. Strawberry jam. Now we're here. I saw a little thingy that looked like that earlier, so I guess I could have come here from a different direction if I wanted. There he is! There he is! We finally got a Doom Guy! It kind of looks like he's just lifting Isabel with one hand, but she seems enthusiastic about it. You know what? If it worked once, it'll work again. Let's try it. I am very disappointed with the ones that just make duplicate Isabels, though. Oh. I thought that was like a scan line, but I think that's just a seam in the foreground graphic. They forgot to double check it. Oh, can I get down there? I could probably, like, get into a water world if I could jump into the water from there. You know, as opposed to any other place on the docks. Oh boy, it's gonna taunt me about this. It's gonna look so easy to get— oh, never mind, there's actually a lot of dead ends. Never mind. That was almost certainly just a dead end. Oh, there we go, there's one. He's kind of, like, mushed a little bit. He kind of looks like he's made out of spinach. And he could easily be mistaken for, like, John Halo, but I mean, there he is. He's, like, sitting down having coffee, and Isabel is sitting on a high table for some reason. Maybe she's at the bar. Okay, this one's kind of weird. What is she holding in this last one? It looks like they tried to give her Doom Guy's, like, color scheme. Maybe his clothes. Maybe that's, like, a piece of his armor. In fact, yeah, that kind of looks like his shoulder pad right there. So it's like she's holding up his arm or something while standing on a bar stool. These are interesting. Hang on a second. Okay, I'm good. Guess I may as well drink a bit of water while I'm catching my breath. Oh yeah, and I didn't point this out, but this one turned out pretty good too. I mean, just them standing side by side behind, like, that coffee table. They didn't get the details especially good, but honestly, I kind of like the composition of it. Yeah, I'll just pretend that, like, Isabel is sitting on a bar stool there. Alright, I'm gonna jump back to an idea I had earlier. It was gonna be Hatsune Miku in, like, such and such a game. If only I could remember what it was. Because I've tried Legend of Zelda games and gotten mixed results. In fact, I think I have another screenshot down here somewhere. Yeah, I tried to have her riding the horse from Ocarina of Time. It probably would have worked. You know what? I'm gonna try it again. But instead of saying riding Epona, I'm gonna say riding red horse. Alright. Let's see if that makes anything. Metroid Prime, that's what it was. Thank you for refreshing my memory, Geonamic. That may be one of the biggest benefits to having a Twitch chat, is, like, the expanded memory access. If you forget something, there's a chance that one of your viewers will remember. And there's also a chance that one of your viewers may try to gaslight you, but I remember. I remember just fine. I can... That pretty much happens anytime that Jorma is trying to solve a puzzle. You know, he'll see, like, a 5-digit combination and be like, chat, help me remember that. And then one room later, they're just all spamming completely random numbers. Okay, that is clearly a white horse. And that is clearly not Hatsune Miku. What? I thought this would be easy. Oh. Oh, come on. This stock looks broken. I feel like if anything was gonna take me anywhere, it was gonna be there. Shoot. Did they all look like this? Alright, that looks like it was a complete flop. None of these even resemble Hatsune Miku. So let's... I'm gonna try this again, but just... for the sake of... For the sake of getting something palatable out of it. Shoot. Let's just broaden the options and see what happens. In fact, you know what? Let's make it a little bit... No, you know what? Let's see if it recognizes Shadow of the Colossus. Anya Forger punching Damien Desmond. I am thinking that anime is too recent, but I'll try it. I know that the manga has been in circulation since before the anime started, of course. That is always the case with any anime adaptation, but nonetheless, like, at the time that DALL-E was trained on all of its data, Ooh, there's something. I'm pretty sure that, like, no one knew or cared about Spy Family. It's definitely Shadow of the Colossus. Yes, it is, but where's Hatsune Miku? You got 2 more chances, DALL-E. And you keep generating people with red capes. I wanted the horse to be red, not the rider. And yeah, that didn't work out, did it? That's too bad. Alright, one more with Hatsune Miku. Let's do the Metroid Prime idea. I want a rear view shot of Hatsune Miku standing Yeah, let's see if we can get her in the Parasite Queen room from Metroid Prime. I gotta wander with a red cape. Yeah, that was disappointing. Also, I am well and truly lost. I'm just gonna go ahead and get out of here. Hey, Yos! Also, I seem to be getting a bit of, like, bad connection speeds. Are you guys noticing the stream, like, dropping into, like, low frame rates or anything? No? Alright, good. That definitely looks Metroid Prime-ish, and they did get her from behind. That does not always work. DALL-E definitely prefers the front to the back, when it comes to human figures. So I'm glad it got that at least, but no sign of any Parasite Queen. But even so, yeah, that does look very distinctly like, a room in Metroid Prime. So let's try... see if it recognizes Metroid Prime 3. And I'll know that it got it right if it generates a jungle rather than, like, sci-fi and metal plates and shit. Oh, I've been here before. I'd actually like to go to the carnival, if possible. But I don't remember how to get there. Maybe from here? Hey, if I go in here, I can at least show you guys something cool. So again, it's getting the back shot correct. It's got the pose right, but it appears to be just generating a black void in lieu of Metroid Prime 3. Like, that screenshot like there looks kind of interesting, but I don't recognize it from any place I've been to in Metroid Prime 3. Maybe I'll try Skytown. That place has got a very, like, uniform appearance from one side of the planet to the other. In fact, DALL-E may just decide to generate something on its own by me typing in Skytown, because that's a pretty evocative name. Okay, that was fun. That's a pretty vague screenshot that just generated. Whoa, what's this place? I hate the visuals, and I kinda hate the sound, and yet the overall aesthetics are kinda cool. Oh god, this is gonna be a nightmare to navigate. I can barely tell what's an entrance and what's an exit. Or, to be more exact, I can't tell what... I cannot tell, what's a wall and what's an entrance-exit unless I look very closely. Well, good thing I don't have this full screened, otherwise some of you guys might be getting sick. Oh god, this really does hurt to look at. A lot of under construction signs. A lot of space for other areas to interconnect if they choose to expand on this game, which clearly they are very keen on doing. Dead end. It's getting late over here. You gotta work very early tomorrow. So I guess it's approaching 11 where you are? Dang, that's a pretty early bedtime for you. Also, yeah, it didn't succeed with the Skytown generation. I could just try Skytown by itself and see if it can understand that without any other context to worry about. You guys haven't moved in together yet? Nope. That didn't work out. I mean, we're still interested in doing it, it's just that the exact plan that we had in mind is not going to be possible for another month at least. And even if it were, we're heavily considering, you know, doing something else instead, going to a different, like, apartment or whatever. And that may take some time. I've heard about apartment complexes having high rent and how they recommend that you have, like, a 3-to-1 income-to-rent ratio. But I've never heard of it being a hard requirement like I've been hearing lately. And frankly, I find that to be a bit ridiculous, because the rate of rent is so high above the, you know, that particular line for so many people's income levels in so many cities in the country. So, like, you would have to be, like, a senior employee that works in an office building or something to have that level of income. And I'm like, geez, for people that are just trying to make a living, you know, they should have the option to go for something a little bit above what they can, like a little bit above that arbitrary line, because it does feel very arbitrary. I see no reason why it has to be exactly 1/3 of income that absolutely has to be paid as rent. And, you know, no greater. Seems like a very silly thing for a landlord to specifically require that. If I could, like, move to Europe or something, but that's easier said than done. I'm thinking, if it's difficult to find a place to relocate in America, it's gonna be even harder to find a means of relocating outside of America. Now, certainly, if we were already, say, residents of London, we would probably have a pretty easy time of finding another flat to move into, but first, immigrating to Great Britain, like, there's a lot of standards that you have to meet, and a lot of, like, red tape that's probably gonna get in your way. I don't even know the full extent of it, but I'm sure there's a lot of it. I'm starting to get the impression that this is the incomplete zone. Because everywhere I look, there's just another, you know, under construction sign. Yeah, there's another one. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and bail. And this is not Skytown. This one comes kinda close, but the color scheme is completely off. Like, it's got the idea of, like, weird floating platforms above the clouds. But, yeah, the color scheme of Skytown and Metroid Prime 3 is all, like, gold, amber, orange, brown, and that has none of them. So, oh well, it was worth a try. It probably is about time for us to be wrapping up here, so if you guys have any final requests, I will take them before I move on to a, another showcase of things that I have generated. I really don't understand why so many people just sit on this line here. It's really weird. Oh yeah, the Anya thing you mentioned earlier. Yeah, let's see if that generates anything. So... I just went ahead and laid out every inch of criteria, hoping that it would produce a clear result. Oh. Welcome to Gygus World. Hollow Knight with Bug Fables. They're both not that popular, but you're curious. Yeah, I can try that. And yeah, I don't really have high hopes either. What was that noise? Oh no, I'm killing the flowers. Huh. Oh hey, it did get void. And there is a different girl getting punched by a boy. That's not what we asked for. But the blonde character is there watching. And that did happen in the episode where Anya throws the punch, like, Lloyd watched the whole thing. That's interesting. I think I might have to do this a second time. Just to see what happens. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it another time. Like, these are clearly anime portraits, so even though these are Western names, it does understand that Spy Family is an anime, at least. Still a cursed as fuck game. No argument there. I can observe the flowers. I don't understand why I would want to. Ugh. No, sir. I don't, one of those pictures moved to look at you? What? What do you mean one of those pictures? You mean one of these? Or like something in the game? That's weird. I did not notice that. Are any of these gates by any chance? Not gonna lie, I would... What is that? Is that a speech bubble? You know what? That would be worth trying. I'm gonna see if I can generate some like fucked up text here. All right, let's see. See if we can get a close-up of a speech bubble from a manga panel. And if it generates the text, it's gonna be very strange text. And that's exactly what I want. Oh, by the way, Dragon King Gamer, if you have any suggestions on prompts that I can run by this DALL-E program, I'm just about done with the, doing the game and doing the... God damn it. You were supposed to put words in the bubble! This reminds me... Oh my fucking god. Really? This feels very similar to that episode of Pokemon where the Team Rocket captures a Ditto, and they're like, here, this is my high school crush from when I was just a girl. Transform into him. And it turns into the photo frame instead. Like, that's basically what's happening here. Hey, what's this? I have no idea, and I can proceed no further. Ooh. I mean, this probably ain't gonna do anything, but it's all I got. Hello? Okay, for the love of Christ. With, words in it. Are we going anime only? I tend towards, anime-related generations in DALL-E because that seems to produce better results. Especially with regards to faces, but, like, really anything goes. You can request, like, a Garfield comic strip if you want. But yeah, like, photorealistic humans, they get their faces smudged by, like... That's not a natural thing that the AI is doing. That is something that it was instructed to do. It's like a form of interference by OpenAI to Like, it's like a preventative measure against deepfakes. And it would seem as though DALL-E 2 does not have that same level of strictness when it comes to faces. Because we have seen some really amazing anime faces come out of DALL-E 2. I haven't seen any good photorealistic faces, but then on the other hand, I'm not really looking for any. And it did it again, didn't it? Okay. Okay. Yeah, this thing's just fucking with me at this point. Let's try this. Let's try getting, like, a restaurant menu. See if we can at least get some price numbers or something. Also, if I see the exit to go back to where I was, I'm gonna take it. Because I think I've run out of things to do here. Oh, hang on a minute, that's different. Or, wait. Is it? Did I go here before? Whoa! Hello there. Giant woman, I think. Moshi moshi. Hold the fuck up. No, no, that doesn't count. That's not a menu. That's just sushi sitting on a piece of paper. Wait, why did I search for a Japanese menu? I'm not gonna be able to read it. I'm not gonna be able to tell if it's fake text or not. Alright, let me try something else. Maybe I'll just, like, think of a random, Western restaurant. Let me see here. Let's try... Western sirloin? I don't know. I've like never even eaten at one, so like I don't even know if that's the right name. Good night, Hollow. Hope you have a good sleep, and I hope that you know what? I don't even have to hope. I know for a fact that you getting your commute done early is going to result in more lenient traffic. So at least there's a silver lining there. You won't have to deal with Atlanta traffic that's quite as bad. God damn it. No! I want the menu, not the entree. Also, that's a bit of a peculiar cut of meat that it just generated. It's got like a black wrap around it, and the inside is pure red. Like tuna or something. Oh, hey, what's this? Hey, here's something. Hot air balloons. Can I go anywhere? Yes, I can. You see that balloon in the distance? You can climb it. Huh? Something was making the screen flash, and I don't know what it was. All the food pics are making you hungry. Well, thankfully I have leftovers to get to after I'm done streaming. So with that in mind, I probably shouldn't go too much later. Yeah, that was a complete disappointment. Alright, last resort. Last resort for getting some gibberish text, because this has worked for other people. Let's try a McDonald's sign. Downtown Moscow. Let's see whether it generates English or Russian letters. And also, after I'm done with this, the stream is not quite going to be over. I still have a selection of prompts that I generated that I wanted to share. I've already done a few of them, and that's already a disappointing result. Look at that, the arches are not even connected. That is a pathetic McDonald's sign. And that one is, like, got another set of arches levitating? How did that happen? It's also my request and Dragon King request. What was it again? Oh, sorry, I missed that in the chat messages. Waluigi too thick, okay. Oh, right, Hollow Knight and Bug Fables. Sorry about that. Yeah, so much passed through my head between that and now that I just completely forgot. Alright. I'm just gonna keep this one simple. See if it recognizes either Hollow Knight or Bug Fables. Odds are high that it's gonna generate just a screenshot from Hollow Knight, but hey, we'll see. Actually, is that even the name of the character? Or is that like a link in the... Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus. Whoa. Sorry, I just got some wicked tinnitus in my right ear all of a sudden. Okay, it's fading, fading. Okay, I think it's passed. Yeah, that was a little bit harsher than usual. That was just a completely unending tone. Very distinct for, like, 30 seconds. And it looks like it's just generating, Hollow Knight screenshots. Well, hey, at least it knows what Hollow Knight is. I tried Cave Story the other day, and it had no idea what that was. Also, really, is there nothing to do in Balloon World? It's not even on the map. Like, this is in a browser. Just above this in the browser, there are buttons that let you explore extra features outside of the game. One of those is maps. This place does not have a map. So, I'm gonna guess that there's absolutely nothing to do here. As much as I wish that was not the case. Alright, so... With these broad, undetailed prompts, you really never know what you're gonna get. So... yeah, let's just see what happens. I mean, Joel got some pretty crazy results out of a simple prompt of, like, Fat Mario or something, so... that looks unrelated, but interesting. This looks like Waluigi wearing his hat backwards. And he's in the style of, like, a completely different game. Like, oh, I don't know what this reminds me of. But that's a really interesting generation right there. That looks like Waluigi doing a basic attack in Super Smash Bros. Wonder what else it'll come with. None of these even remotely imply thickness to me, so there's probably ways that we could phrase that better to get a more, a generation closer to what we want. Okay, how can I phrase this in a way that I won't, like, that won't haunt me for the rest of my life? What was that? Again, the game just, like, flashed. I don't know what causes that. Huh. Maybe something will happen if I stand still long enough. Let's see here. Do me thick. I'm not sure if it can parse slang all that well, but it's worth trying. Because that is also the fun of it, is trying to figure out, like, what it understands and what it doesn't. As we established earlier, it can parse Spanish just fine, and a little bit of French, but it completely falls apart when you try feeding it, like, kanji. We tried a kanji prompt over, like, colors, and instead we got, like, just pictures of Mao Zedong and Chinese communist propaganda. Despite the text being Japanese. It was really weird. This one's getting there. This one is getting there with, like, the double wide thighs. So we could probably get really specific. As much as I don't want to. But we could. Maybe it's thunder strikes making the lightning flashes. I didn't hear any rain or anything. I don't know what that was. That looks like a straight up cryptid. That looks like it does not belong on this earth. Alright. Let's try panning. Let's try a panned down, zoomed in shot of Waluigi with, God, I hope I don't regret this. I'm pretty sure I can understand obesity, given that Discord moderator trail cam footage thing that that was all the rage on Twitter for a little bit. Oh dear. Mild success? It did pan down, it did zoom in, but those aren't thick thighs. That is like a pregnant Waluigi. Actually, it almost looks like his hat. It looks like his entire head flipped upside down. Like, you got the ears here, and the hat here. And it's just... You know what this looks like? This looks like a screenshot from a Vine Sauce corruption. Where, like, the head grew really big, and his geometry is flailing all over the place, and he's, like, got his nose going into his groin or something. So that's what we got out of it. A lot of very chunky faces. You know what? I'm gonna run that a second time. Because I feel like these two at the bottom, these two right here, that goes in the direction we want. So maybe if we push it enough times, we'll see something a bit more relevant. Again, I don't want this, but that's why I opened the chat up to suggestions, was so that we could see, we could get a bit more experimental. Nice face. Oh, God, I just wish that it generated faces better. So, if you don't know what I was talking about earlier with the guy that was sharing Princess Peach generations on Twitter, this was made with DALL-E 2, which generates humongous art, high fidelity, extremely high quality, and it can fucking do faces really well. I'm so jealous of this. I check my email every fucking day, hoping that I'll one day get through the waiting list, and yet something tells me that ain't gonna happen anytime soon. Here's another generation from the exact same prompt. It was something like anime key visual of Super Princess Peach or something. It wasn't even all that detailed, and yet it made all this. It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Good. There was another one. I don't know what the prompt was for this one, but someone on 4chan shared it, and again, that's just really fucking good. Like, my life will be complete if I can get me a bit of that. If I can see these color squares at the bottom of an image daily, like, my god. I saw someone on a forum with a really brilliant idea. An OLED picture frame connected to, like, a voice assistant where you just say, "Hey Google, generate a picture of the Mona Lisa with Princess Peach's haircut," and you'll just have that on your wall all day. So yeah, we are kind of getting there, but I think if we keep pushing it, we're gonna get into some nightmare territory. So the AI is scraping images and making something from it. In a nutshell, yes. It's like the entire collective of images that exist on the internet were, you know, cobbled together and put forward into training this AI, into making it what it is today. With exceptions. They have very strict policies on what you can and cannot generate with their software. You can certainly try, and since I have this running locally, I literally can just type in whatever I want and there will be no consequences. There probably will be consequences if I share like images depicting harm or like racial violence or whatever. But I can keep it for myself, whatever it is. Now, DALL-E 2, on the other hand, because that's being distributed extremely scarcely, like, they're keeping a really close, focused lens on who's using DALL-E 2 and what they're using it for. So, if you type in anything illicit, anything that goes against their policy in DALL-E 2, you probably will get banned permanently. There's a lot of debates going on right now about the ethics of it all, about how, you know, it's a good thing that people aren't able to do this, or it's a bad thing because it limits creative freedoms, or it's just a tool, it's the people that make the bad stuff, not the machine, that sort of business. So, you can draw your own conclusions about that. I wish I could have found one more interesting thing here in the game before I left. So far, it's looking like the only thing I have to show for my efforts is a telephone. So I'm gonna say, like, one more generation prompt I'll do before moving on to the showcase for tonight. And my god, I can't even... well, I guess that's where I came in from, but I want to go back to the lamppost world. I don't like it here. There's nothing to do in Lamppost World. It's just a hub. A really, really boring hub. Oh! Why don't you give me anything? No, I thought I was gonna get, like, a Cyclops effect out of this. Dang. Oh, man. Well, I found something, but I didn't actually get anything from it. Gotta go sleep for work tomorrow. Hope you have fun. Yep, I have had fun. Surprised whoever's in charge of the DALL-E stuff isn't trying to make money off of it, like using a subscription fee. They would probably get sued by someone or another if they went forward too quickly with monetizing this, because it's such experimental technology. The OpenAI group that is behind DALL-E is strictly a research group, research and development. I'm gonna go ahead and save. So, like, if they started sending out commercial models, then people who were generating, like, nasty things with it and sharing it around online, like, that would catch the attention of oversight bodies by the government, and they would try to, you know, get it under control, censor it, shut it down, all that business. Right now, it's in a state of experimentation, and as long as it's in that state of research, it is not allowed to be used for commercial purposes. You know what? I can keep the game. I can keep the game running. We'll just do the showcase with this in the background. So let me see what I got from last night that's worth showing off. For the experimental stuff, I think I got most of what I wanted to show on screen already. I also shared some of these to Discord before, but for an example of what I was talking about before with, like, generating things in the style of specific game genres, it does recognize what a 16-bit RPG looks like. So there's a couple of examples of those. This one turned out kind of neat. It kind of reminds me of Moon a little bit. just in the, like, general, like, fullness of the shape of the character. I don't know what it is. Nendoroids, I've also had some success with. Yeah, we already saw the Tom Nook one. I'll go ahead and bring it back on anyway. So you hit... Hang on a minute. That's like Tom Nook wearing, like, another character's dress. I just now noticed. Okay, that's pretty funny. I think I'll have to send that to my friend later. But I also made some Nendoroids of my own. A couple of varying designs. I don't remember exactly what prompts I gave it for all of these. I generally just named them after whatever the most important facet of the prompt was. I'm on, like, a never-ending crusade to get at least somewhat passable, like, face and eyes out of DALL-E. As obscenely difficult as it is. Now I remember! The emojis! Right, I was gonna try and show off, the success I had with the emojis. So... what I did was, for the first hour that I was using this last night, I was trying to do, you know, I was describing a character wearing such and such in such and such place. And then, in between two sets of commas, I would insert an emoji followed by the word face. So, for example, this is... I don't know if you guys can see it up there. That's the emoji that was used. I don't know the names of all of them off the top of my head. But that's like an aside glance, like a disinterested face. I think I got that one pretty well. This one is supposed to be, like, kind of downcast. And, I mean, the eyes are half closed. You can barely make out a mouth on there. This one is, not really all that close to the emoji, but it is trying to generate something specifically. The emoji has, like, the shut eyes and the worried eyebrows and, like, the squiggle mouth. No results on the mouth, but the eyes are shut. And it got the, Okay, never mind. Maybe it is missing the mark a little bit. And these are the best of the best that I got from my session last night. So this is not foolproof. Inserting emojis is not guaranteed to give you results that you're looking for. But it can help. Honestly, in hindsight, I don't like how that one turned out either. This one turned out good. This is like the winking with the tongue sticking out emoji. And I specifically requested that the finger be, like, pointing to the face. But even without that, like, that's clearly the tongue visible there. The eyes are not winking, but it's an effort. This is another, like, worried face, upturned lip. That one came through pretty okay. And I got a second one. Again, I'm taking what I can get with these faces. Because as long as the basic emotion is being conveyed, that's good enough for me. Because up until this point, before I started this experiment, it was just, like, I couldn't get anything. I couldn't get anything in the way of emoting. So, if this pushes it over the boundary and makes it, like, feasible, I don't like this one at all. I hate this. I hate it a lot. I hate what it came up with. However, at least it's trying. At least it's trying. That's the same face that I gave to the other one. It's the same emoji. But it came out very differently. That's almost like the like, ugly crying emoji, minus the tears. So it did miss the mark a little bit, but it is trying to generate a specific emotion. And I sincerely hope that that aspect gets improved on with DALL-E 2. I've never heard of anyone doing this, by the way. And so far as I know, I'm the only one that's conducted this emoji experiment. So I'm really happy that I'm actually getting some results out of this. I think this is the shedding a single tear emoji. I haven't really had much success with tears in DALL-E. But this one kind of is veering in that direction. I feel like the hair is getting mixed up with the tear. Maybe I'll try it with a bald person one time. This one didn't really work at all. Why did I save this one? It's trying to fuse, like, the eyes into the blush. So you end up with this weird red ink for the eyes underneath the distinct eyebrows. I mean, it's certainly unique. Maybe that's why I kept it. Let's see, what do you call this one with, like, the blue face? I mean, obviously we didn't get the blue, but, like... Shoot, I don't know what this thing's called. But it's like bugged out eyes, face agape in, like, fear or shock or something. It didn't get the eyes right, but it certainly got the mouth. And I have had, like, no... Might be because the word tear can mean rip or crying. Oh! You have a point there. Is there another word for, like, you know, an eyeball tear? If so, let me know. Send me an email with this web zone. I've had a lot of difficulty generating faces that are, like, showing teeth. Whether it's smiling or frowning. I feel very lucky to have gotten this one, even though it's kind of basic otherwise. This one, same emoji as the last one. I think I requested it to have, like, the face being illuminated by a lightning strike, and instead I got, like, little lightning fragments all around the face, which is kind of weird, but, I mean, it is conveying an element of surprise, so I consider that a half success. Not the music I was expecting. No, I don't like that one. This one's okay. What else we got here? That one is like, I think that's supposed to be a weary face, with, like, the eyebrows cast down, eyes maybe shut, and, like, sighing out loud really heavily. I mean, it got the mouth open, and that's something that is also very rare in DALL-E generations, so... Again, kind of a poor effort overall, but it's getting there, it's getting there. I think if I ran this, like, several more times, I would eventually get something that looked good, but we'll wait and see. This was an attempt with the ugly crying emoji, also known as... Or whatever it is. Did not really work, but I gotta frown with it. That's the level that I'm at with these faces. If it can at least convey whether the subject is happy or sad, that's good enough for me. Alright, this is supposed to be, like, shock and horror. You can kind of see up here, like, the color sweeping over the top of the face, eyes, like, aghast, mouth, wide open. Kind of like the Scream, the painting. Not quite what I was looking for here, but... Again, the mouth is open, that's a start. This one also seems more, like, whimsically surprised than, like, scared. To add to the effect, I was also trying to generate, like, lightning strike backgrounds, to be like, oh, lightning struck, I am scared. Yeah, again, this one also kind of missed the mark, but still... Open mouth, wide eyes. It's a start. This one was just a complete failure right here. Look at this. I very meticulously detailed that I wanted a character to be sneezing into a handkerchief, and I even included the sneezing emoji. And on this one, there isn't even a nose. It's as happy as can be about not having to sneeze. What was this one? I think this is supposed to be giggling with mouth over face, or just, like, laughing in general. I don't remember if I specifically asked it to put the mouth over the face. Let me check that real quick. Let me see here. Yeah, I'll just copy-paste this and search it in the folder. Let's see here. The prompt was... Anime key visual of an elf girl with long black hair covering left eye. That was another thing I was trying to do, was asymmetrical haircuts. I could not get one. Misty-eyed might be a good synonym. Maybe. I have also tried teary-eyed with a hyphen. But But in terms of, like, getting a cartoonish reaction of, like, you know, what you would see in a super deformed cartoon of the characters, like, gushing waterfalls, or even just, like, a single comically large teardrop. Hey, that's something I could try. Teardrop. Yeah, maybe I'll consider that. So again, included in many of these prompts was an attempt at getting the bangs to cover one eye. Maybe it's because I was requesting faces at the same time, so maybe I'll try this again and try to get either a face or bangs over an eye. But yeah, none of these worked as intended in terms of getting the eye covered. And I was disappointed by that. I think that's a really cute hairstyle, and I just can't get it. I don't even know if there's a good name for it. Like, the best I could come up with was sideswept bangs. Which is not what I put into this prompt, but I digress. So again, the full prompt for this one was anime key visual of an elf girl with long black hair, covering left eye, wearing beige shawl, cute brown right eye, emoji face, zoomed in, cloudy blue skies. And yeah, I get verbose when I'm typing in DALL-E prompts. It's actually gotten the thing to crash before. You cannot go too long with a DALL-E prompt. The best estimator I've gotten is to, like, in the default command prompt window size, try to go no more than 3 full lines of text, including what you start with this body of text right here. Don't go too long. That is a horrible noise. That's an interesting noise, but not one that I want to listen to for a long time. Oh, this one was kind of cool. Yeah, let's listen to this one for a bit. I mean, look, it's got faces. That's what we're talking about, right? Alright, where was I? So that was an attempt at laughing and smiling with the mouth over the... So, right, that was why I listed out the prompt, is because not once did I mention hand. However, it's a part of the emoji, therefore, there you go, we have a hand in the visual. So, I think that's proof positive, if nothing else, that emojis do work in DALL-E prompts. This one wasn't quite on the mark. This one was supposed to be, like, love-struck, smiling, surrounded by hearts. No hearts, but it is a very happy, smiley image, so at least we got that. I also thought that the ear came out pretty okay on this one. Just one of them, but it's there. And it's kind of growing out of the eyeball a little bit, but I'm willing to ignore that. This one does not look good. This one looks like a human lip, or like a stitched lip, but I think the emoji was supposed to be, like, pleading eyes, if you can infer it from this little icon up here. And while I don't think that they really convey that emotion very well, they do emphasize the eyes pretty well. So I might be able to use this just as a method to make the eyes a bit rounder, a little bit more, soft in appearance, I suppose, would be a way to phrase it. Am I saving Fire Emblem for weekends now? Yeah, I didn't do it in the middle of the week this week, simply because I didn't have anything ready for it. So, yeah, next Saturday or Sunday, I'm not sure which, is when I will resume with Fire Emblem. And I am going to try to get the archives up to date on my YouTube channel after, you know, middle of the week this week. If I could just clean up the eyes a little bit on this one, I think it would be pretty good. That's another pleading face, except not really. That one's more like a half-sleepy, kind of disinterested face. Oh, that's the end of it. So I didn't try every emoji, and some of them were just outright failures. I tried doing the, you know, face red with anger emoji, and I got nothing. Nothing even remotely relevant. Maybe it would be worthwhile showing off some of the failures. Next Saturday or Sunday, got something else planned for the weekend. No, not this weekend, but probably next weekend I will be busy visiting with family. So I might not even live stream at all that the weekend of like July 2nd, 3rd. We'll just have to wait and see. Yeah, let me see if I can find some of the emoji face failures that I got from last night. Because all the stuff that I just showed, those were the cherry-picked ones. If I start going back up here and like showing everything back to back, you're gonna see the faults pretty quickly. Let's see here. I guess this is a good enough example. Yeah, what even was the emoji on this one? I think that's the weary face. And so is this. I don't know how in the world it got this. Same emoji, completely different faces. So again, the emoji method is not foolproof. But it will at least try to generate a facial expression, and that's an improvement over leaving the data completely blank and just saying, hey, draw a girl. Is that also the same emoji there? No, these are supposed to be the shedding a single tear one. Didn't really get it. Didn't really get it. This one especially didn't get it, but it looks cute anyway, so I saved it under a different name. This one. Yeah, that's also supposed to be the shedding a single tear emoji, so I guess some of them work a bit better than others. The single tear one just does not work all that well, as you can see. What other ones do I have? And sometimes, even with the emoji prompts, sometimes it will still just generate a very stoic nothing face. Like, not even an attempt at a mouth. This is the, like, holding face, eyes blank, mouth agape, screaming emoji, and as you can see, it just did not do it. So, if you want to get these kinds of specific results, you have to be very patient and run lots of, duplicate prompts, I believe. Pfft. Here's a silly-looking one that I got. What was the emoji on this one? That's supposed to be like the sweat drop face, like the, you know, smiling foolishly face, and clearly this is just like a baby sleeping. Here's one that completely missed the mark with the emoji, but otherwise turned out pretty nice. I like that one pretty well. Same for this one. The eyes could use some touching up, but otherwise I think it looks pretty alright. This one had the, this one just had a general smiling emoji. I found that the smiling emojis gave me the least impactful results because, like, DALL-E kind of veers in the direction of smiling faces anyway when it does, like, anime-related pictures. So, yeah, if I'm getting results from inputting a smiling emoji, like, how am I gonna tell? So I don't think I'm gonna bother unless it's really important that the character be smiling. Oh, here's another good one. I like the outfit that this one generated. All I said on this one was beige cloak, same as before, but I really like the design of that clasp that went around the neck. This one is supposed to be just a plain smiling emoji, and I wouldn't quite describe that as a smile. Nevertheless, it looks alright. I enjoy the occasional surprise out of DALL-E. Let's try something completely different here. Let me show you what I got for something based off of a piece of fan art. Actually, let me see if I can find the original fan art to show you guys. It appears that I do not, and that's too bad. I saw this really impressive fan art once, of Florina from Fire Emblem on the Game Boy Advance. You know, in the air, as Pegasus Knight, carrying her spear and everything, and her Pegasus was replaced with Fluttershy from My Little Pony. So I tried running that through DALL-E, and this was the most interesting thing that I got out. This is clearly trying to fuse the two characters together, rather than have one on top of the other. Like, that's clearly a human body, that's clearly a human arm, with, like, the short white skirt of a Pegasus Knight, and the pink of Fluttershy is kind of bleeding into the orchid of Florina, and then there's like a ribbon on the side that kind of looks like a tail. I don't know, it's interesting, but really far off from what I was asking for, and the other one's just stuck to one character or the other. And by that I mean Fluttershy, because it doesn't really know who Florina is. This is another one. This one appears to have taken, like, a general Pegasus Knight character design and superimposed the color scheme of Fluttershy onto it. Hence the bright pinks and yellows. This is pretty interesting. I could see this, like, being repurposed into a costume for Est from Shadow Dragon, for example, because of that, like, pixie cut. That was an interesting experiment, but I didn't do that prompt very many times, so I didn't really get a good match. Oh, I'm in the full archive. I don't want to be in the full archive. I want to be in the, cherry-picked folder. I do not remember this dolphin. Funny that it should pop up when earlier in this very same stream we were trying to get DALL-E to generate pink sharks. Whoa! The hell is that? Whatever it is, I can barely hear it. There's gotta be something good in here. Oh, jeez, sorry, that spooked me. Oh my god, that's a horrible visual. There's a cabinet, or like a wardrobe, in the background with a giant-ass hand coming out of it, reaching for the player character, with like a slimy red fetus crawling on her head. Surrounded by pinwheels, for some reason. Ugh, thanks, I hate it. Oh look, there it is again. At least this time it's not crawling on me. Cool background, but I can't hear the music. I tell you what, if I could get the Poseidon Plaza music, that would be choice. But I have no idea which number it is. Whoa. Weird, but you know what? I kinda like it. Let's use this to wrap up with. Alright, so I've gone through the emojis, I've gone through some of the weirder prompts that I ran through it. I've shown the Nendoroids. Here's a couple of decent results I got for manga panels. And you really do have to specify that the manga panel is zoomed in, because otherwise it will just, you know, generate like an entire page worth with all the scenes being divided, and they're completely illegible. So if you want something that's inked like a manga, you're probably going to have to specify that you want it zoomed in. Another thing I tried was like a 3D anime figure, like a photo of one. It came out decent-ish. Some interesting designs on them. That's not correct. That one looks kind of neat. It's like a doll that lost her shoe. When I specified that I wanted these to be shown in a glass case, I didn't mean bisected by a glass case. But that just kept on happening anyway. Well, anyway, that is something that you can get some results on, if you're into that kind of thing. It can even distinguish between, you know, like Nendoroid, PVC figure, or vinyl figure. Let's see, do I have anything else, or is that the most recent of what I've got? Yeah, I think if I go back any further than this, then I'm gonna end up repeating myself, either from things that I've already shown on Discord or things that were shown off previously, so... What shall I end on? I did a couple of shots. I wanted to see how it rendered, like, the Sailor Fuku costume. And I specifically wanted it as, like, a rear view shot on, like, school building steps. And I think this one turned out alright. So, I think that's what I'm gonna end this on, because, like, I have other results, but I'm not willing to share them. Maybe someday. Maybe someday. But, until then, I'm gonna keep doing this. I'm gonna keep on generating more and more, because it's really, really cool. I love being able to explore my own visions like this. Oh, by the way, pro tip. Remember to type exit in all caps, or else this'll happen. I mean, it will happen in, like, 40 seconds. You know what? Honestly, this makes for a decent, like, background jukebox. This, online Yume Nikki experience. And you got the backgrounds and everything. I might just use this for, like, a stream intro one of these days. But yeah, if you fail to type exit in all caps, then you will instead receive a number of pictures of exits. So don't forget. Oh my god. It just now hit me that this thick Waluigi that we generated earlier veers really, really closely to, like, the buff Tom from Tom and Jerry meme that was spreading around the internet like a year or two ago. Like, it's like the same proportion of biceps and shoulders to head. And it looks like he's also, like, leaning over from behind a wall or something. It's like, he's up to something. Alright, well, there's your exits for the day. I will see you guys next time. See you over the weekend if you want to join me for Fire Emblem, and see you throughout the week if you want to join us for some Legend of Korra on the Discord server. So, I'll see you guys then. Have a wonderful night, and peace out. Farewell. That Elaine spazzing out in the corner has been completely counterintuitive to this entire chill vibe of the stream. What was I thinking?